Hey guys, Red Rain here with a brand new Let's Play. This time it's Heart of Darkness for the PlayStation 1. Now this opening is very, very cinematic and I want you to just enjoy it. So I'm going to shut up for a little bit.
To parallel worlds, unknown, fascinating, perhaps even terrifying. Andy! Have you not enough again?
No, I was just
Sleeping in my class in broad daylight. Well, let's see if you're more alert in the dark. You can spend the
And the
rest of
beautiful
this hour
CGI
in
is just
cover.
gone. This just looks...
I know my rights.
I know, guys.
And mine's a judge. Better. Oh, wow. Afraid of the dark?
That's messed up. I don't know what school this is, but...
Come back here this minute, young man.
No way, Jose.
There's an eclipse of the sun today.
I hope he's running to, like, the school board or Child Protective Services or something, because that's,
Freedom! Yippee!
it's a bit questionable, I think.
Hey, whiskey.
Also questionable the name of his dog, Whiskey.
Wanna wear my hat again? There. Huh? Hey, come on, whiskey! Hurry up, or we'll miss
Let's all burn out our retinas. Nothing quite like taking acid and watching a solar eclipse. And just like that, a character which we have grown no attachment for is taken away. But apparently Andy cares.
Andy, come in the house.
In a minute, Mom, okay?
Your teacher called. I want to talk to you.
So Andy is really, really something else here. I don't want to say savant. But it does seem... I don't know, we're getting some conflict. I guess he's just, let's just call him gifted.
No! What's going on? Come on, activate!
Falls asleep in class, but
Oh, bro!
but is decades ahead of
Pack emergency rations. Apple.
of mechanics.
Frisky. Ah, great.
He had his own programmable computer, a spaceship. Well, I guess maybe it's not technically a spaceship, but I don't know. I never built anything like that when I was 12.
10,
I had a tough enough time with like Kinects.
6, 5, 4,
Oh, and of course his trusty laser gun. Yeah, this kid clearly doesn't need school. Maybe that's.
Hang on, Whiskey. I'm coming.
I don't know how he knows where Whiskey went or how he got to this place, but you know what? Let's just enjoy the ride, huh?
What the heck was that? No, no, no!
Yeah, so granted, we gotta take big, pretty big leaps in logic here. I mean, I guess he traveled to another dimension. Some other plane of reality.
Andy, we have it.
Okay, okay. Ugh. You're a big help, you know that?
And just like that, here we are. Alright, so this is actual gameplay. So, first things first, let's hop out of our ship here. Well, that's gone, so that bodes well for wherever the hell we are. Alright, so some basic controls first. Okay, so, you know, D-pad moves you around as you would expect. X is jump, and if we double tap, do a double jump. Sort of a somersault jump there. Circle and triangle both activate this weapon that we have. It's like, I'm sure it has an official name. It's like a laser shooter beam thing. And while we're shooting, we can duck to shoot lower, or we can do up, down, diagonal shots to get the beam to go pretty much wherever we want. And then I could just jump across this, but it's also a good opportunity to show the run. Come on. Yeah, you just dash a little bit with square, and we, you know, jump over gaps, that sort of thing. So those are the basic controls for now. Now, one of the things, these are our main enemies in the game. One of the things I love about this game is how environment interactive it is. So you can see, like, there's that shadow from the skull there. I'm deliberately creeping forward here a little bit. There we go. Because it changes into this dark shadow, which if we walk into it would just knock us right off the cliff, and we would die. So there's a lot of really great puzzles, and here's another one. Where there's just great environment interaction, and everything has to do, well, mostly everything has to do with shadows. I guess hence the name Heart of Darkness sort of gets that going here. Those guys are really annoying. They won't actually kill you or eat you, but they pretty much just slow you down, and that can be a big problem when we have a lot of shadows. But we probably won't see a lot of shadows for a while. I mean, this is just the start of the game, right? No. So there really isn't much tact to fighting all of these shadow beasts. There's a few different types. You may have already kind of seen a couple pop out, and I'm gonna move over to the next screen because they're just gonna keep non-stop coming out. But there's a weird sort of exploitable, I guess it's a sort of call it a glitch. Basically, if Andy's back is like right against the side of the screen, this doesn't always work, but it does in this level. The shadows from the screen behind him won't come over. Maybe one or two, but they're usually the ones that like fly, and you have enough time to react. Come on, there we go. And see, now they're all gonna come over here, and so we can take on each side one at a time. There we go. And the same strategy is going to apply here. These guys really aren't too tough for now. I mean, the laser gun, or beam, I should really look up the names of this stuff, it's a really great weapon. Super, super effective. Just sort of keep an eye out, you know. I think the biggest threats are the ones that kind of fly. Oh, see, there's one for the other screen. They kind of flap and fly. Everything else, basically, if you just sort of alternate ducking and standing up, you should be able to get most of them no problem. Obviously, don't let them get too close, otherwise they'll gobble you up, and of course, that's a lost life. We don't see a lot of these kinds of enemies. You can't kill them, you can only jump over them. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, see, usually they don't creep over from the left side like that, but maybe I just missed one. Yeah, I must have. And of course, the shadows, as you can tell, they sort of work in teams sometimes. Got those guys up there pounding to make Andy sort of, you know, jolt a little bit, so you want to take care of those guys pretty quickly. Fortunately, the shadows are not clever enough to be able to actually climb stuff the way that Andy does. Oh, come on, dude, I was using that. Oh, not cool, man. Speaking of not cool, I think these guys actually look better in like this pixelated form here than they do in the FMV sequences. I'm gonna deliberately stand here just for that sort of gory, I mean, it's pretty dark. I mean, it's you know, he takes a serious bite out of Andy's head. This is one thing that I find really odd about this. There's a lot of things that are really odd about this game, and one of them is the game rating. So this game is rated E for everyone. Rated E for everyone, like the commercials used to say. But there's some pretty, you know, there's some pretty graphic deaths in this game. Here we need to be careful. We can't hit the run button whenever we're running across or crossing something like that, otherwise we'll fall right off. But here, as soon as you can get running, start running. Because now we are without a weapon. Yes, they give you they give you this amazing weapon for about 4 or 5 screens. They get you comfortable using it, fighting big hordes of enemies, and then they just take it away. So now we are pretty much utterly defenseless. Would have been nice if they let you play maybe a whole level with it, but I don't know, maybe it would have gotten a little bit monotonous. Andy can, of course, also climb walls. Whenever there's kind of this kind of craggly, so anything that looks like you could climb, you just press up, down, left, right. It's pretty basic. And by pressing X, when you're at the edge, you can always jump. And then just hold on to X to grab onto the surface again. So I know I'm doing a lot of explanation of controls and that sort of thing, but I was really hoping. I mean, I guess it's already coming across. Maybe if, especially if you've never played this game, and it is a cult classic. There's no doubt about that. It had a very complex release. The whole development started in, gosh, '92. It was supposed to be a PC game. And then they started like programming instead for the 3DO, but it took too long. And they kept working on it for like 4 years. And then it was supposed to be a Sega game, and then Sega became obsolete. And then a Sega Saturn version was supposed to come out in like '96. So this game has a really long, complicated history, which unfortunately I can't get into right now. But it does kind of show in some respects.
Oh, goody! You saved my life! Idiot! The master waits! I'm getting too old for this. Oh, master! Oh, supreme master of all doom, blackness, and despair. Me, I'm but a miserable crawling worm in the presence of your royal darkness, but you know how much I enjoy slaving for you. Like you say, I'm a jerk and a bloodthirst, but I love being right here. Oh, master, the money's not great, but I've managed to find you the perfect present, an offering to show you my undying devotion. A nice gift
Silence! Now what have you got in the sack? I hope for your sake it's the Earth Boy you promised me.
Bring me the sack, you idiot. I could do all by myself, really.
No more dumps I need here.
Ooh, I want that power.
Goody! Oh, this is going to be such fun.
Open it.
And here's...
Imbecile!
Please, Master! Maybe it's the boy in disguise! Oh no! Not the wall again! Oh, makes a change.
Master, the boy's in your kingdom.
How did that? I just realized, how did that, how did that, like, big fat monster get all the way from eating Andy's gun to... I mean, it was clearly very far away. Oh boy, don't question the logic in this game. It is, it will hurt your brain. So, I mean, I guess that's, so, you know, okay, so we got the basics of the story here, basics of the controls, although we don't really have our weapon anymore, so it's gonna pretty much be a lot of jumping and climbing from here on out for a little while. But I don't want to try and take on too much here, and I actually want to save more discussion, more information, I should say, about the development and the release of this game, because it's really a complicated story. But it's definitely got lush environments, and I'll talk a little bit about, if you know your gaming history, there's a name you may have seen in the credits that kind of helps explain why this game showed up the way it is. But for now, I'm going to say bye. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. I always appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time.